call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man quickly. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Rides to back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The give on the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. Slithers into space. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Plucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll run the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. And off from the shotgun. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He got it. And with those 3 points, we'll finish off the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action on first down. Gets it out quickly. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Off play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They're dealing with a second and long. The inside handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires downfield. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make it. Turning it on. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
On the move. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Quickly complete. Trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line. The drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Hard-hitting tackle.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board here.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
It is good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Wisconsin. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds, down the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they could put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
The give to the single back. There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job with the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he wants it all. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Auburn.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to set up the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Throwing right. It's caught. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UNC!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on.
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Power football with the run. He's got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll ride the hot hand. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They go to the ground. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw for it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
To the ground with the back. Running to Green. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that...
Touchdown, Tigers! Excellent pass by the back on the option. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Oh, they're after him. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here's the pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Showing the arm strength to the left. Pick off! What a play by this defense! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quick release on the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Gonna try to get... Turning it on! Made a defender miss. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Plows through the defense. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick pass on the fly motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And such a great job using his feet, being smart. You got the lead in this football game. Don't force the ball down the field. Gets the scramble, gets the first down. What a clutch play in the 4th quarter.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this.
Touchdown, Tigers! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Makes a grab down the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football games.
Found the seam on the left. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Might be calling a hot route. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lost control again. Makes the grab down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Safe completion on the screen. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Tar Heels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Okay, ready?
Back to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Auburn lines up quickly. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Handoff from the gun. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made it look silly a couple of times. They're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. A little release to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Daly. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. On the run, fires downfield. Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a 1st down. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on target this time. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. They'll start this drive from the 42. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Auburn! And the stomping has commenced. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Coming out with it, it's Daly. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Pulls it in. It's Daly. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. To the air on second down. On the run, still looking. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UNC!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone. Touchdown.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down, but defense was offside. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, Everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off.